Mic check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. What's the deal, my people? You know this down Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this is the original, the first, the one, the best pregame Game of Thrones season 8 show, episode 3. We have made it through the long nights, and as always, when I do this, I am not alone. I am with my right hand, and my right hand is on the trigger. My ninja, the king of the north, Moji Osmin.
Ooh, what's going on, folks? It's Moji the King of the North. It's Mojini, baby. It's Teflon TV. It's the bareback barbarians. Do what we do.
Y'all know it, y'all know it, y'all know it. And we are here. It is upon us. And we're talking about what is supposed to be the greatest Game of Thrones episode of all time. Of all time. Is coming up right now. And we are about to experience Mojini. I am hyped, more hyped for this episode. I just went to go see Avengers Endgame. And I am more hyped for this episode than I am for that damn movie. How do you feel about this episode? Are you that hyped, or is it just me?
Oh man, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. I can't wait. Who's chasing Arya? Who's chasing Arya down the corridor?
We're going to find out. We are definitely going to find out. We are joined here by our first guest up in this building right now. Our first two guests up in this building right now. We have, without a doubt, ladies first, Val in
Tarzan, you gotta mute yourself. You gotta mute yourself, buddy.
Sup.
What's going on, Val?
Hello, man. Yeah, thank you for inviting me. This is awesome. I'm not ready for tonight. I'm not.
Oh well, you're gonna have to, because we almost there. And also we are joined by Tarzan from Trial by Trivia. What is good, my Duke? How are you?
God damn it, I wasn't ready.
You better be ready, man. You better be. How are you doing, Tarzan?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
Hey, you excited about this episode? Or is it just me? Are you very excited about this episode? I know you have seen Avengers 2. Are you more excited for this episode than you were to go watch the Avengers Endgame?
Oh, yeah. Hands down. Absolutely.
That is what's up. That is what up. For Val, all the people saying what up to Val in the chat, and Tarzan up in the chat. Everybody up here chilling with us. Val, what are you looking forward to mostly in this? We know there's going to be a battle up in this piece, but what are you looking forward to mostly in this episode?
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to the most is the Night King and Bran encounter. And yeah, I'm not feeling too hot about Bran surviving this one, man. I don't think so. I mean, like, I feel like his mind could live on in the weirwoods and through the fire, but that's gonna get into a huge theory that I like. But maybe Bran's body will not make it through this episode.
So you think that Bran is possibly the big death?
Yeah.
That we want to see. All right, Bill. Let's go with Tarzan. Tarzan, let's ask you the same question. Who are you most excited for seeing in this episode? Who do you think will be the big death in this episode?
Who's the big death?
Give me one big death. Not but the big death. There's gonna be one who's the main death. We're gonna see a bunch of side characters we know are gonna drop. But who's going to be the one big death?
Yeah, I'm feeling 50-50 about a lot of them. I think Brienne's going down for sure, and I know a lot of people don't like that idea, but I think she might be done.
Mojini, what about you, baby?
First of all, what's up, Val? What's up, Tarzan? Haven't seen you guys in a minute.
Oh, nice to see you again, man.
Cool. So, I definitely think somebody that has a Valyrian steel sword is dying tonight. One of the 5 that has the Valyrian sword is dying tonight. technically Arya has a dagger, but one of them 5 is dying tonight. And I think it might be Jorah.
So put your name on Jorah. You know, this is Game of Thrones. There ain't no middle ground here. You got to put your name on somebody and hold that weight. Are you telling me it's Jorah?
One of the 5 Valyrian swords is dying, and I think it's Jorah.
I'm putting you on Jorah. That's what I'm putting you on. You saying it's Jorah Mormont's going to die. Now, when I look at the people who are going to die, that is a very good point with Bran. I don't know if Bran's going to make it out of it, and that would be a huge thing if Bran did die. He's probably set up to die there. You know, I would think. You know, I don't know. I really don't want to say it. To me, if the worst person to die here that I don't think that can't die is Sansa Stark. That would be the worst to me. If she had died, that would be the biggest shock to me because I can't see Sansa dying whatsoever.
No way.
They pulled it off somehow. And
yes. Screw all you haters. Screw all the haters that hate on Sansa all the time.
No, I can't see Sansa dying. You know, Arya is a possibility, but I really can't see it. So when I go with my big death, I'm gonna say, Brienne can't die either. Jaime Lannister can't die this early too. You know, I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know who to pick. I'm just gonna. Grey Worm's not a big die. No, we all know Grey Worm's dying. That's a done deal. I'm gonna say Tormund. Tormund's gonna die.
You know damn well Jaime Lannister, the commander, ain't dying.
He's dying, but I just don't think he's dying this episode.
Commander ain't dying.
Not this episode. I don't think he's going down this episode. So I'm gonna say Tormund is my guy to get up out of here. I think Tormund dies, no doubt. I think that Tormund does not make it out of this episode. I think it's going to be tragic when he goes. Yeah, you know. But everyone's saying Brienne is a goner. I don't know about that.
No. Brienne still got to do the Valonqar. She ain't dying.
I think there's a good chance that she will die, but I don't think that she's going to die right now. All right. So before we go a little bit more into this episode, let me just go backtrack to the last episode and get Val and Tarzan's opinion. How did you like last week's episode before we go into this one?
I thought it was excellent. I enjoyed every single thing about it. Even if it had small issues, I did not care about the small issues because they were in the minority this time. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Like every character was in character. Every joke felt like the conversations flew like super well, or I mean flowed, because that's never mind. I'm trying to English here. The conversations flowed really well. And the sex scene was great. I was into everything. I know. I loved everything about it, really.
The sex scene was great. I was not into seeing little Arya's ass on TV. That hurt me. I don't want to see that stuff at all. But I hear what you're saying. Tarzan,
I can't believe they put Arya's side titty out there, man.
That was a little much for me. Mo, you probably have to drop your video because we're getting a lot of like it's just bouncing into you because you're moving around and stuff when other people are talking. So if you drop the video or stand in one spot when you had the video up there,
is it me?
Yeah, because you're moving around, and when you're moving around, it's just bouncing. Like when people are talking, it's coming to you because you're just moving at the same time. So if you either chill where you at, or just drop the video real quick and stuff, and just go with the audio. There you go. All right, Tarzan, how'd you feel about last week's episode?
It's probably one of my favorite episodes, really. Yeah, I think it is. That bothered me too. At first, I'm not gonna lie. You see an Arya, and I'm like, wow, she kind of looks good. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a little girl from like season 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's good to see she's healthy, but yeah, man, I wasn't cool with that. She took hers. I'll give her credit for that.
Yeah, you know, it's hard for me when I see little kids. You know, it's like seeing Raven Simone naked. Yeah, I don't want to see Raven Simone naked. You know what I mean? I'm just used to seeing that little Huxtable girl. You know, I don't want to see that. And it's the same situation. I know she's an adult, and people, is she an adult? She deserves. I'm not saying she didn't deserve to get what she got. I'm just saying I don't want to see. That's just me. I'm a dad. I don't want to see that stuff. She's a child to me. You know what I mean? Other people, y'all can feel the way you want to feel. But I do also think that it's probably one of the greatest episodes of all time that they ever made. It had a lot of plot point. I really think it's like the Battle of Blackwater, the whole first half. And I think that's why it really worked. I think they just extended that Battle of Blackwater, the first half, and made it into a full episode. And I think they took their cue from that. And the second half of Battle of Blackwater was the actual battle that we're going to get right now. And so like that. So what was your favorite scene from last week's episode? There was a lot of them. What was it for you, Val? And we come to you, Moji, after this.
Oh my God. I think, man, it's not original, but it's gotta be the knighting scene. It was glorious.
It really was. It really was. There's no doubt about it. Mojini, what was your favorite scene from last week's episode?
My favorite scene, I think, is when Sam gave Heartsbane to Jorah. I think that was a really touching moment, and it feels like there's more to come with that scene with Heartsbane. Something's going down with that sword, so that's my favorite scene.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen that. I think everyone thought that sword was going to the Hound. Everyone, I think, believed the Hound is getting this sword. It's gonna definitely go to the Hound, and the Hound didn't get it at all. So that is definitely a scene that people were not ready and prepared for. Tarzan, what was your favorite scene from last week's episode?
Just everything to do with that whole campfire thing, man. I was digging it. The fireplace scene. It's one you're gonna remember for a long time. I mean, it's very. It made the episode. Honestly, you can't tell me otherwise. It made the episode. Everything that they had to do around that little fireplace, man. I didn't think it's gonna be relevant coming in tonight. I do. That's why I think certain people might die. I don't think they did a lot of what they did for no reason.
You think they had Pod singing because that's the end of Pod?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think so because I watched the after. Did you guys ever watch the after the episode thing there?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were talking about it, Dan and Dave were talking about that. The reason why he did sing is because the rest of them sing like shit, pretty much.
Well, that's a good reason, you know what I mean, to have him doing a thing, you know what I mean. I like that part, I don't know. Favorite episode, I gotta go with Val, and this one was the knighting of Brienne. I was very emotional. I didn't see it coming, I didn't think, because I didn't know when these titles from these episodes be coming out. Did they put them out after or during? Because I can't find them. Really, them things are over.
You didn't see her getting knighted coming? Are you serious? I saw that a mile away.
When this episode started, you knew they were gonna knight Brienne this episode?
No, I knew they were gonna knight her this season. This season. Come on, she's been trying to be a knight since back when she was Gendry's. Not Gendry. What's his name? Renly's. When she was part of the Rainbow Guard, she's been trying to be a fake knight. It's been coming for a long time. She's been teaching Pod how to be a knight. It was coming.
Yeah, I don't know if I did not see it coming myself. Maybe you did. I did not see her becoming a knight. It was very shocking to me. And I was happy that it went down. It's something that I thought will live down. It makes me nervous for Brienne, because when you get what you want in this show, usually that's the end of you. And that makes me nervous with Brienne, because I really had Brienne surviving over Jaime Lannister and Brienne filling out the book at the end and putting Jaime Lannister's things in there. But now it makes me think that Brienne could get taken out. And maybe she gets taken out and Podrick lives, and Podrick's the one filling out the book, putting in Brienne and Jaime Lannister's deeds when it's all said and done.
She's the Valonqar. She's the Valonqar.
I'm going to say I want Brienne to be the one to write in that book. I want her to be the Lord Commander of the King's or Queen's Guard at the end.
Yeah, I would love to see her. It seems set up for her to do it. You know what I mean? And in the preview, she's the one kicking the most ass that we've seen. That's what makes me nervous, because we see her doing the damage and stuff like that. And then you got that sneaky ass Bronn. Now, Bronn's gonna show up this episode. Do you think that Bronn is going to go with Cersei Lannister's plan and try to take one of them out, or is Bronn coming up there just to join the side of Jaime Lannister? Val.
That's a really good question. I think, you know what? I think he really he does really want that castle, man. But I don't know. I feel like his relationship with Tyrion is just too tight. It's too tight. I don't see him killing Tyrion. I could see him killing Jaime because he didn't really ever get along with Jaime. Like he was with them because of the money. But Tyrion, they did have a bit of a friendship. So I would say that he's not gonna be able to kill Tyrion, and he might like try to kill Jaime, and then Tyrion stops him or something like that. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Tarzan? Bronn, he's coming up. He's a sellsword. He's coming up. He's got a plan with the crossbow. Will he sneak up there somehow during the action and take one of Jaime Lannister or Tyrion out?
I didn't think he was going to show this episode, honestly.
Yeah, he's showing this episode because when we see the trailer and you see Jaime Lannister scream, it does. You know, when you put it in subtitles, it was in Russian, whatever. You do hear him say Bronn. He's screaming Bronn at that particular time. So Bronn's there this episode. So, and that's what Jaime Lannister screaming in the trailer. So you heard him screaming up there. So he's there. So now that we know that he's there, do you think that it's quite possible that he tries to take out? Is that he's screaming Bronn because he sees Bronn about to shoot someone with the crossbow and he's telling them to stop and he's got someone in his sights? It could be a situation like that going down. Or do you think that if he's there, he's going to just jump on Jaime Lannister's side and go against the army of the dead?
I don't think he's going to kill either one of them. That I'm pretty sure of. I don't think he's killed either one of them. He might think about it. I mean, he was offered a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think he
motivates him. You know, you gotta agree that's what motivates his ass. But then again, I think he's kind of, you know, he's found a niche with those two Lannister brothers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Fuck Cersei. I don't know. He knows she's a bitch, so
he's definitely greedy. What are you thinking about that, Mo Genie? Bronn's gonna be up there. Cersei gave him a plan. Is he going to carry out this plan, or is he going to flip on Cersei?
I think he's had enough of Cersei's ass. I think he's done. What did Tyrion always tell him? Whatever they'll pay you, I'll pay double. That was Tyrion's line, and sellswords, that's their motto. So even though it's another Lannister, I just don't think he's got it in him to kill both Tyrion and Jaime. I think he's gonna double cross Cersei. He's gonna do a little double cross.
You know, I can see Bronn pulling a little ollie, and maybe he tries to shoot Jaime Lannister or Tyrion. He sees him in the sight, and Brienne jumps in the way, and he catches that crossbow bolt in her chest. And listen, Brienne, there has to be somebody getting resurrected as a white tonight, right? We heard the Night's King actor say that there's going to be a scene, a moment, bigger than the one in Hardhome when the Night King looks at Jon Snow and raises his arms. It's going to be a more personal moment, much more personal moment. This is going to be personal to Jon Snow. So Val, who do you think he's talking about, this personal person that he's going to rise right in front of Jon Snow's face?
Well, I don't know if he's gonna raise someone. Like I thought what he said was that there's gonna be another stare down between the two of them, like another moment like that's gonna be intense between the two. I don't know if it means raising someone in front of him, but that's interesting. Like it would be. I mean, I think it's gonna happen there in the Godswood, right? So it might be like Theon. Who knows? I don't think he'd do it to Bran. I don't think he can do it to Bran, but maybe Theon could be the one.
Yeah, he says that it's a stare down. It's going to be more personal. He said, and when I think of the stare down with them, I'm thinking of the raise of the arms. That's the more. I don't think it's going to be like the enemy sailing off in the boat. You know what I mean? Stare down. And I think it's going to be the stare down and the arms are going up like that. You know what I mean? The Michael Jackson pose is coming into effect right here. You know what I'm saying? With this Night King. So who do you think, Tarzan? Who is it he's going to raise that's going to shock the world, that people are going to see as a white and people are going to go crazy about?
Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
I think it's going to be somebody down in the crypt, man. It's going to be somebody in the crypt.
We're going to get with the crypt. The crypt is the next question. Who's chasing Arya? We coming to that real quick.
This part of that fucking with my shit. Sorry.
No, it's so good. It's so good. Mo Genie, Who do you think the Night King is talking about when he's saying it's going to be a more personal moment for Jon Snow? Who is he raising at this particular time that's going to hurt Jon Snow that bad? You got your mute button on.
It's got to be one of the brothers of the Night's Watch, in my opinion. It's got to be either Ed or Sam. It's just, if it's that personal, if we're getting really, really personal, most of the people that are at Winterfell, the ones that know him the most and the longest are Ed and Sam. Would they sacrifice Sam? No. So I'm gonna go with Dolores Ed. He's expendable. They can get rid of him, and it'll be personal to Jon.
Yeah, that it's like Sam's got this plot armor. No one thinks Sam's gonna die. If it was Sam, that would be very shocking. It's got to be shocking to someone. It's got to be shocking. You know what I mean? I wish it was Sam. I want Sam to die, but I think that would be a bigger moment. I want a big moment, man, because I cannot just have a bunch of secondary characters dying and all the main characters make it out. To me, that would be whack. I need a big main cast member, to get axed straight up in this episode.
Then it's Tormund. Then it's Tormund.
Tormund's dead. I said Tormund's dead. I don't know if we can consider Tormund their big main character. I don't know. I think a big main character is either Daenerys, Jon, Bran, Arya, Sansa. Like, one of these people gotta go. Someone gotta go. I hate to say Arya gotta go, but one of them's gotta go. One of them.
I've been crying Arya's dying for months, and everybody's giving me shit for it.
Someone's got to go. We've seen the bloody shoes picture that Macy Williams posted. We've seen her saying that the scene was so intense that she started crying. It was so hard for her to do it. Then we see her being chased in the crypts of Winterfell from somebody. Now, what is going on with Arya Stark in the crypts of Winterfell? If you believe this is, I know some people want to say that this is King's Landing. I hear that. For whatever reason, they want to say it is.
Okay, yeah.
I refer you to Val's video if you really believe that, and maybe you can change your mind. But what do you think is chasing Arya Stark down there?
Well, okay, so first of all, yes, it's definitely not King's Landing, man. It's not. It's Winterfell, 100% Winterfell. And but I still don't think it's in the crypts. The crypts, there's no windows in the crypts, and there were windows where she was running. So she I'm not saying some of the chase could still happen in the crypts, but maybe she gets out at some point, or she was out before or after. But the scene that we saw was not in the crypts. That's my idea for that. And then, but who's chasing her? I would say that the one that would cause the most, like that look on her face of terror and sadness, and that could be Gendry, or it could be if it's from someone from the crypts, it could be like, Rickon. But I don't think they'd bring him back. I don't think they'd bring that actor back. It's just a gut feeling, but I'm gonna say Gendry would be more likely than like Rickon or anything like that.
I didn't even think of Gendry. That's a good one.
I don't want it to happen. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, listen, I can keep saying Jack Dempsey like he's a boxer. Joe Dempsey, he said at the Kind of Thrones that he had a major part to play. Major part. Could that be the major part he's talking about? Jonathan, you seen Arya running around down there. Who do you think is chasing Arya down there?
Well, I can tell you who it's not. It's not Robert Ned. They ain't got no head. Let run. I think everybody else is too decayed, man. I don't know. Recon's probably the best if it's somebody from the crypts. I think it's somebody, I don't know. Maybe it is Gendry. That's a good guess. It really is. I want to think it's Rickon, but I ain't got to
They definitely buried him in the crypts, right? Because after they killed Ramsay, didn't Jon say something to the effect of like, bury my brother or something like that?
Yeah. Rickon's definitely in the crypts. Yeah. when he was beating the fuck out of Ramsey right after that.
Yeah.
He told him to put the body down there, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
he's down there. Rickon's down there, you know. So you're going with Val's prediction, the same one you're saying that's doing it. You're saying Gendry. That's who you're rolling with.
Y'all know damn well it's Hot Pie chasing Arya.
I hope it's Sansa.
I hope it's Sansa. What the? No.
No, I don't like that. Fuck, I hate that firecracker.
The Sansa hate is real, people. It is real. The Sansa hate. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
It's real. People just hate her for no reason.
Oh no, because she's a little bitch.
I've been waiting for them to bring back Hodor as a wife for a while now. Can we have it this season?
No, if Hodor's chasing, that would be a good one. You know, so I don't think Gendry's dying, so I'm not gonna say Gendry. I gotta roll with Rickon. I think it's Rickon. After they could have brought him back, I hope they did, because I think if it's in the Crypts of Winterfell, and I do, you know, Val, I hear what you're saying about the windows. You do see the light shine through. It does seem like it's daylight. I've never seen a window down there, but who knows? They just put them down there just for some dramatic effect or just for some lighting purposes. I don't know, but it seems like it's down there. I'm going to have to say that if it is down there, then there's no doubt to me, if it's going to be someone that's personal to her, the only one that could be personal to her enough would be Rickon Stark. That would be a person that she could recognize down there. Because, you know, people are like, oh, it's going to be Catelyn Stark, and Catelyn Stark ain't down there. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna be Ned. He's just a bag of bones. You know what I mean? That he's putting they box his whole body up. So it ain't gonna be them. But do you think that the Night King can resurrect the people in the crypt? You will see them rise from there. That's a bad spot for them putting the people down there for protection.
Isn't the whole point of the dead Starks and the crypts having the swords on their crypt so that they can't wake back up? Like, didn't the Children of the Forest like help build Winterfell, or Bran the Builder put magic on that shit so the dead Starks could never rise?
Well, but what if the Night King is a Stark?
Well, then that's a game changer.
And I don't know if they really went that. They would have had to explain that in the show, and they didn't explain it in the show. So I don't think they're even going to use that for the show purposes and stuff at all. You know, with the swords and stuff, because we see them have swords down their laps in the show. It's the swords on the laps of the people in the books. We see them standing up with their swords, and all the statues have swords standing up. So, and they're just stone swords too on top of that. So I don't think that's really going to come into play when it goes down there. Me personally about that. So what do you think, Val? Do you think that the Night King will raise the dead from the crypts of Winterfell?
You know what? I think they're gonna do it because they want that cool scene to happen, and they're not really gonna care about any logic behind it. They're gonna make it happen, I think. And in the teaser, I believe, like, I was scrubbing through it very slowly, and you can see, I mean, it's definitely cold down there. So we've seen Jon and Dany talking, like we can see their cold breath when they were talking in that scene in the crypt last episode. But I see Tyrion turning around in the teaser, and you can see his cold breath. And the way that Varys was looking terrified as well in the trailer, I think those were like little hints as well that something's gonna start moving down there.
Yeah, I think so. We think of Tarzan.
I don't know, man. I mean, y'all killing me. See, I haven't seen this shit. I try not to watch all the trailers and shit, so everything's like fucking new and fresh. So I feel like a jackass not knowing what's going down. I have not seen the trailer really at all.
We haven't seen the trailer. That's nothing wrong with that. Some people like not to be spoiled even by the trailer, and they don't do that. There ain't nothing wrong with that and stuff. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. Mojini is saying that you don't think it's going to happen because they will use the magic or what?
I don't think they can resurrect anybody in the crypts because of the magic in the crypts. I think the crypts got too much magic in them. But if they did, if D&D did it, it would just be a show thing. That would never, ever, 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 ever happen in the books. Like that would just strictly be a show thing, just to give the fans some creepy shit to wake up Leanna in the crypts or something like that. Like who are they gonna wake up in the crypts? Whose body's intact that they could wake up that people would recognize? I'm trying to think.
Rickon, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, Rickon. I think Leanna's body is normal. And then what? Torrin Stark, the one who bent the knee? Bran the Builder? I mean, I don't know. Who? I guess Rickon would be the only logical one.
Yeah, everybody else would be taking this shit. It looks like hell.
If you're talking about like skeletons and stuff, they have done skeletons before. You know, they had raised skeletons, straight skeletons right outside of the king of the tree. So they've done skeletons before. So it is quite possible they could do skeletons again, and we see some skeletons going down when it's all said and done. So that is not out of the question that there being skeletons down there. It's quite possible that it could be. I know that Tarzan and Val has a party and stuff like that. She said she's refreshing and stuff like that and all that good stuff. But besides that, before we send her to her people and her party and a post-game show, Val, do you think that this episode will live up to expectations?
Oh, yeah. You know what? The last episode gave me hope, and I'm gonna say yes. It is going to live up to expectations.
That is what's up. Tarzan, do you think this episode will live up to expectations? My mind is big. And I got this as the greatest Game of Thrones episode of all time. It's hard to do. And I expect this battle to be bigger than the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yes,
absolutely. To be honest with you, I think what you're going to find in the future is that the last episode and this episode are going to go neck and neck. You really can't have one without the other. I think the reason you had that episode is because this one's going to hit people hard. This is going to hurt. This one's going to hurt people. I promise you that.
Yes.
Boy, Mojini, do you think this episode lives up to expectations?
Most definitely. They brought in the director that did all the other battles, right? The one who did the Battle of the Bastards?
Yes.
What's his name? Spudnik?
Miguel.
Oh shit, not Spudnik. But yeah, if they brought him in, then you know damn well the episode's gonna be good. It's gonna have multiple camera angles. The cinematography is gonna be fucking amazing. They're gonna have fucking drone shots on top of the battle. They're gonna have fucking everything. It's gonna be a mini movie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hyped.
It better be. It better be. Before we step off, Tarzan has helped the brother out. You know, with me and Tarzan, we be chilling and stuff like that. And we're talking about Kind of Thrones here, people. And during this year, Kind of Thrones, Tarzan has hooked it up. You know that we are having a Ride the Dragon challenge, which is basically a mechanical bull with a dragon head on it. Tarzan, you wanna give a little more information about that?
Yeah, sure. Tony came to me. He had this idea about a mechanical bull. He's like, but Tarzan, I ain't got no fucking bull. I was like, all right, give me a little bit. Let me make some phone calls. We found this place called the Wild Beaver. And at the Wild Beaver, they're going to have a mechanical bull. We are going to replace the head of the bull. Shout out to a guy they call Con. What do they call him? Nick. If you guys are at the con, you'll meet him. He is a tattoo artist. And him and his group, they're going to make a dragon head that we're going to mount to this bull. So when we get down there, we're going to do like a registry, right? Is that what our game plan is?
Yeah.
And come one, come all. And we don't have a time yet. We have a day. It's going to be Saturday at the con. And we're still working out the kinks, but everything's looking fucking pretty great. And I guess, Tony, you're challenging them all? Is that how this is going to go?
Listen. I have to put this out there because there's been a lot of people out there running their mouth about the Don, talking about that they're going to see the Don fall off this bull and they're going to last longer. So let me tell you straight up, and I'm talking to you, Crowfood's daughter, Steven Stark, Phil the Issues guy, LML, you're dealing with the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time keeping my gators on the ground. When I'm coming for you all. I'll see you at the con, and there'll be no doubt that the Don will outlast you all. Woo! 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 Come and get it. The Don is here. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Tarzan, for joining us on this pregame show. Please let the people know where they can find you, Val and Tarzan.
Well, you can all find me at Because Geek on YouTube, and yeah, I will be doing. I do live streams on Tuesdays on Twitch, so you can find my schedule on my channel over there. But yeah, that's. Thank you so much, Tony. This is great. This is fun.
Thank you for coming, Tarzan.
Shit, where you want to find me? Find me at the con. In the meantime, kind of laying low until after the season. Probably do another trial by trivia tournament after we get back from that. In the meantime, man, just saving up the money, and we're gonna party hard down there at the con. You really want to meet us all? Come on down there. Val will be there. Me and Val got a condo down there. I got Tony hooked up. He's got a badass place down there. So yeah, man. I mean, you know where we're gonna be at. It's gonna be Saturday night at the Wild Beaver. I can't even say that loud.
Wild Beaver. After Wild Beaver, you will see your favorite YouTuber get tossed off the dragon while you see the Don Tony Teflon ride that motherfucker like he does all his women all night long. All night long.
I had one quick question about that. I've never done that, and I don't think I'm gonna do it. But I had a question.
You're last on the dragon. You're gonna don't even pull that shit. You maybe go to the pool and you fucking water.
We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this. Yeah. Listen, I had a question. If I'm gonna do this or not, whatever, we'll decide that later. But does alcohol help with this, or does it not? Does it make it more difficult? I've heard it
definitely makes it more difficult.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
He's gonna carry your little ass and put you on that goddamn boat.
Thanks for coming out, guys. It was fun having you on the pregame show.
Guys, thanks, Moji.
You guys are fun.
You too.
We are now joined by our next guest, and he is going to rock with us for the whole night long, hopefully, as long as he can. I think he's rocking with the whole night and stuff like that. He is the guy who does the Don Tony Teflon's music. He is the one who chills with me, and his name is John D. What's good, Johnny?
Wow, Tony Teflon TV. I am so happy to be here, bro. So happy to do your music. I love doing music. Music is my life, but my second life, especially right now, bro, is Game of Thrones. My heart is beating. I'm anxious. I'm happy to be talking with you. I wish we linked up a couple years ago, bro, because it's really great to watch your videos and get your thoughts and your theories on stuff. But I'm glad I get to spend a little time with you here in the last season, because this is it, man. This is it. And Mojini, I got one question for you. I don't know you. I'd love to hit you up on Facebook or Twitter. I got one question for you, bro. Where are you always going on these pre-games, bro? Are you running from someone? Are you walking your dog? Are you getting a workout? Because like the next theory video is not who's chasing Arya, it's who's chasing Mojini, bro. You are always on the move. Tell me what's going on, bro. Before we get to the goods, I gotta know. The chat's gotta know too.
I can't stand still when I'm doing a hangout call. I have to walk around when I'm doing calls or pregame shows. I just can't stand still.
That's a fair answer. But seriously, guys, thanks for having me. Really cool to be here. I love Game of Thrones. I love music, and I love hearing my stuff against your voice, Tony. It's real smooth.
Thank you very much. Give me some of that. You got the music on there right now. Give me some of that right now, Johnny.
Oh, you want to do it? All right, bro. Give me a couple minutes then. We could do the introduction. I'll just turn the piano on.
All right.
But yeah, you want to hear some of that music, huh?
No doubt.
You want to do it? All right, that's good, because I was thinking today, I just got to click the button. I was thinking today's kind of a little somber mood, a little there's a lot going on here. So I don't know if you even wanted to do the music, but hell yeah, I'll get the piano on if we'll do it. Just give me a couple minutes, bro. All right.
All right. We talking about we got Stevie Wonder in the building. I want to hear him sing. Yeah,
and we got 442 people in this chat. Can y'all smash that like button, folks? Smash it.
We got a super chat in the building.
Super J.
From Bridge 4, 10 Bean. Thank you, Sarah. Says shout out to the man. Well, sir, several of them, but Sir John D in the house. He is in the house, people. He's rocking with us, baby. And that is what it is. That is what it is. I am excited about this. And speaking about the chat, let me recognize the people up in the chat. I did not have a chance to do that. What up to Smoker Hannes? She's rocking with us as always. AK47 is in the building with us. J Chicago is in the G Chicago is in the building. Sam R is in the buildings. Bongo Mongo is in the buildings getting timed out. Watch yourself, son. You will get whacked. Kevin Cleary is in the building. Rod Dammit is in the building. Sir Ryan Vine is in the building. The KJ is in the building. Big Derek Brock is in the building. Common Sense TV is in the buildings. As always, holding down the gap for the Don is the ODTA in the building. Mr. E is up in here. Joe Swag is up in here. TK is up in here. Jasmine B is up in here. My man Q Gilliam is up in here. Danielle Wayne is up in here. As always, my girl Nancy T is repping for the Don. Lady H of the North is up in here. We have a bunch of people. Phoenix Rising 357 is in the building, people. We got a bunch of Linda is up in here rocking with us again. Hello, Linda. Thank you for rocking with us. Dark One is in the building. Fritz Mode is up in this piece. Man, we got a lot of people rocking with us. Do me a favor, hit that like button. You know what I mean? We got over 430 people watching, 200 likes. We got to get that up to at least 350. You know what I mean? So other
You
people
gotta hit it. You gotta hit that damn like button, folks.
All good people in the chat. You named off some great people.
That's it.
Give it the like. Tony, congratulations on 100,000 views. A lot of success on the last video. Everybody, let's keep the likes going to get this channel going and keeping it going after the season. Your latest videos have been, we could swear on this show, right? They've been fucking great, bro. So congratulations, and let's everybody like and keep it going. Really great people in the chat. It's all because of you, and you've been real supportive to us, so we want to support you back, bro. Congratulations. We need to get you that, what do you call it, that silver button in the sky, right?
Silver button in the sky, baby. That's what we're going for. Thank you very much.
Silver button in the sky.
You know, we have had some pretty good success in our last couple of videos. We had a lot of likes, you know what I mean? And I can't do that without y'all people in the chat representing for the Dime, man. So, I really do appreciate it. I think we're on the verge of 40K. I think we're going to be, we're on the verge of hitting 40K. I think we're almost there and stuff. So, we're doing very well, man. And thank you all for everyone out here. I see Smoker Hines. I said Smoker Hines, right? I've seen you out there, girl. And I also see LMR living my Rhapsody up in there. What up to you and everyone else? LMR is going on. She said she's riding the dragon at the con. Can't wait to see that. She's on there. John D, he said he's taking the challenge from the Don. He said he's going to
You're going down.
That's what you said, right?
You're going down. I'll be there. You are going down. I don't care if I have 2 drinks, 10 drinks, 20 drinks. You're going down. I don't care about these other YouTubers. It's going to be you and me in the finals, bro. I don't know. Tarzan's a big guy, though. I don't know him. I just saw him. He's one to watch out for.
I ain't worried about Tarzan. I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about Phil Issues guys. Phil Issue guys ain't got enough leg meat to hold on to that horse for the Don. Listen, man, my grip is like a vice grip, man. I've been training like American Ninja for this. I've been born for this. I've never done it before, but I'm a natural athlete, and that means when I do something, it just comes natural to me. That's why I'm like the nature boy. When the nature boy gets on there, woo, y'all gonna see what it is. But now we're gonna talk a little Game of Thrones. Let me know when you got your piano hooked up.
Piano is hooked up, bro.
All right.
I put out on Twitter the other day. Thank you for the retweet. My piano cover of last week's song, Podrick's, famous debut as a singer. Jenny's song. It's gotten a lot of critical acclaim and everything. But I just will play it on the piano for everyone.
What are people saying? Did I hit 40,000? Did I do it? Some, I guess people are saying that I hit it. Well, if I hit it,
we'll give you a little sad song to congratulate. It's not the most congratulations song, but it's something, bro.
Give it to me.
Sing along if you know the words, folks.
It's not coming through, Johnny.
It's not coming through, bro. Oh my God, I was so into that. You guys didn't hear any of that?
No, it's not coming through.
Bro, let me just click a few more buttons, but sorry about that. If it's not working, sometimes it doesn't work, bro. But sorry about that. I was playing Jenny's song. I'm sure we all know it. So none of that went through, huh?
No, none of that.
That must have looked kind of strange, me bobbing my head and everything and no sound going through, huh? Let me give me one more minute to click a few buttons. If not, it might be a glitch. I don't want to waste your time, bro. But
You're not wasting my time, man. We're not wasting time.
Glad to be here, bro. That must have been kind of awkward, huh? It's like when you're walking around naked in your house and the curtains are open or something. Wow.
People want to look, they can look. That's what I see. While he's doing that, Mo Genie, let me ask you this question while this thing is done, while he's working on that situation real quick. Let me ask you something, Mo Genie. If this episode were to be disappointing,
that should be coming through now, huh?
I heard something. I heard something. There we go.
We got life in the piano. There we go.
There it is. Super chat real quick.
Let's rewind there. Gives you the chills, doesn't it, man?
Yeah, it's great, man. You're great.
Emotional.
It's great,
song, man. It gets me going. Hope that sounded all right, guys.
It did sound beautiful, baby. We got a super chat in the building, and the super
chat
from my man.
There's a new super chat sound for you.
There you go. Appreciate it. From my man Big Kev, he says, get your tissues ready. And I'm saying, listen, I need to see a lot of death this episode. They better not come to me with one person just Grey Worm dying. I need some major death. John, let me ask you this, John. Who do you think is going to be the big death of this episode that people are going to cry over?
Yeah, this is a great question, man. And I mean, you could pretty much throw out any name, and it'll be strong. But for me, we got to have a big one. This has got to be a big one. So, for example, Sansa. I think that could be a really big one. Jamie's kind of an obvious one, but for Varys could be one. For me, I'm thinking it's got to be someone universally loved, like Davos. If I had one answer, it would be Davos. I think Sir Davos is going to die. Whether he's whited or not, I think that's going to really hit us hard. I don't think there's any controversy over people loving Davos, right?
Yeah.
So if they kill him off, that would be a big deal for me.
That would be the last remnants of Stannis Baratheon right there. Because I don't know where the hell Melisandre is.
Yeah, I don't think she's coming back this episode. I may have thought that. I'm really into Lord of Light theories and stuff, but I don't think she's coming. So yeah, and your theory video, Tony, about this kind of replicating and being a model of Blackwater, I think definitely that could include Davos dying. So imagine that. What do you think about that?
I think that you could be on to something here without a doubt. That Davos would break people's hearts if he died. It would be to see Davos as an undead white chasing somebody with just undead white. This is white. They're dead. I guess they're undead when they come back. Whatever. The white. Whatever the White Walker.
Whatever. They could talk about that shit on other shows, bro.
You know what I mean? To see him come back like that would be devastating. I think that people would, what about Lady Mormont? What about this little bear, this little she bear? You think that it would hit people if she was dead down there?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I never got super attached to that character. I think she's cool. I mean, she's got some good one-liners. I mean, that would probably affect a lot of people. I think last episode they kind of are starting to portray her as just another stubborn northerner. I don't know if she's too special, but yeah, if I saw that, that would be pretty tough on me. But I mean, she could be in the bag of deaths, man. You could put 20 characters in there, you know.
No doubt about
that's
it.
what's crazy.
What do you think, Mo Genie? Would it be devastating to you to see the little bear resurrected?
Not really. Not really. All she does is say a couple of words and put on a little baby scowl every episode. So no, I wouldn't give a shit what happens to her. I did learn some new info though last episode that her and Jorah are cousins. I actually thought that she was his niece, but then I realized J.R. Mormont and Mage Mormont were brother and sister. So yeah, they are cousins.
That's what up. We got a super chat here.
Super chat.
Perfect from Linda. 20 Bean says, do you think Bran is intentionally holding back information? Joe, you saying, John, you think that Bran is holding back some information for the people?
All right, this is a really good point, bro. This is a really good one because I've been very critical of Bran's role and things like this. I think he's so overrated. They're listening to this kid. I think he's either holding stuff back, perhaps, or my more maybe finessed way of putting it is he doesn't know what he knows. He doesn't know what he sees. I mean, they've made it quite obvious from earlier seasons, right? He's in training. He's still in training. He's not anywhere near as powerful as the Night King. I don't think he really knows a lot what's going on. Maybe it's a controversial point, but maybe he's hiding something, maybe not. But I think he's a lot less reliable than people should be, giving him. That's my opinion. I don't think Bran is a really big deal in this whole planning phase. I think he's a big character. His role is big, but his thoughts and his ideas, I wouldn't trust him. Absolutely not.
I hear you. What do you think, Mo? You think Bran is holding back information?
Yeah, I'm on the complete opposite spectrum of you.
Hey, no problem.
I appreciate your opinion most definitely, but I think Bran is actually stronger than the old Three-Eyed Raven because the Three-Eyed Raven is in him. The Three-Eyed Raven died inside Bran's dream. So Bran has all his knowledge too, right? So he's got double knowledge, right? Bran knew that they were all going to come into that room and do that planning. Bran knew that once he showed everybody the frost scale, a.k.a. the mark on his arm, yeah, you know I had to coin it frost scale, ladies and gentlemen. Mo Genie did that. All right? He knew that once he showed everybody the mark on him, he knew that Theon was going to request to babysit him in the Godswood tree. He knows everything. He knows what's going to happen.
How do we know that he knows that, man? Whoa, just pause for a second. I love the trip, but how do we know that he knows that Theon is going to watch? I mean, he knows certain
He knew
things,
that Theon was going to raise his hand.
Night King one-upped him once already. I mean, Night King has been one-upping him this whole series, in my opinion.
That was when the original Three-Eyed Raven was still alive and he was still getting taught.
That's a fair point.
He's not getting taught anymore. He's done with the teaching phase.
Is he?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's intriguing, man. You definitely got really good specific points there. Yeah, absolutely. And we can agree to disagree, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And when Jaime asked him what happens after the battle, after the war, he told him, what if there is no after? So he's definitely holding back. He definitely knows what's going to happen after the war. He knows everything. I'm telling you this. He knows what's going on and what's going to happen. And he knew Theon was going to babysit him in the Godswood. And I hope nothing happens to Theon while he's watching him. And Bran knew this.
Yeah. It could be a Doctor Strange situation from the Avengers Infinity War, not Endgame, Infinity War. We all seen Infinity War, but he said he went into the future. He saw 14 million different futures, and they only survived. And one of those futures they survived in. They won. They beat Thanos, but he never told them exactly what would happen there. He just said one of them that they. So it could be a situation where Bran has seen 14 million different scenarios for this situation. and he doesn't know how to focus on which timeline it's going to be. You know, I don't trust Bran Stark. I don't trust them goddamn dirty ass children of the forest. And Blood Raven is the Night King. He's not a Stark. He's a damn Targaryen. And that's what it's going to be. You're going to see that this season right now. But I don't trust Bran. I think that, you know, it is a good possibility that Bran does bite the bullet this episode. I don't know though if they're going to go that. I think
for people who said, people in the chat that said Bran can't see into the future, yes he can. He was waiting for Jaime Lannister to come to Winterfell. That means he could see the future. That means he could see that he was coming.
He saw the present through a weirwood tree, right? Or he saw Jaime. He didn't see the future. He saw Jaime coming in the present, right? Through a weirwood, because he sees through weirwood.
There are no weirwood trees in the south.
He sees through animals. He sees through ravens. He sees through. That's how Benjen found him, right? It's a real time seeing, and that's the whole George R.R. Martin thing. Is it future? Is it real time? Is it past? Is it present? Tony had a great video about Bran being in the past and the present at the same time. So did he see Jaime coming in the future? Or did he see the present? And Tony just said like 14 different futures. That's a cool point, that like, you know, there's alternate realities. And I mean, I think the whole premise of Game of Thrones is, you know, false visions, right? Is that there's very unclear visions.
Okay, you remember Jojen?
Yeah.
Remember Jojen? He was a green seer just like Bran, and he could 100% see the future.
He had green dreams,
Do you think that Bran doesn't have the same green dreams as Jojen?
Oh no, I think Bran is very powerful. Absolutely, he has green dreams. I mean, he's a green seer, absolutely. But the premise is, what are the green seers? What are the children? I mean, Bran is definitely powerful. Just my original thing was, I don't think he's as powerful as the Night King. I think that's where we went off. Bran is definitely badass. He's everywhere. I mean,
real quick, I don't think he doesn't have green dreams. He's not sleeping when he had. Jojen got those dreams when he was asleep, and Jojen's dreams were sent to him by Blood Raven. That's what was going on.
That's not a fact, though. That's a theory. That's a theory.
That's a fact. If you're having
that's a theory, dog. That's a theory.
No, this is a fact. I'm telling you it's a fact because this is what it is. Trust me. I'm telling you, trust me. If you're having a green dream, that means someone's sending you something in your dream. Just like when you see someone use a glass candle, they're coming into your dream. You've seen Euron do that to his brother when he captured him. He went into
green seeing and the glass candle.
The exact same thing as the green dreams. It's just being able to do it without having that ability. So that's someone sending them that dream. So I don't think someone's sending Bran dreams anymore. I think Bran is actually looking through the weirwood network and seeing the future and the past and going through that. I don't think it's dreams that he's getting here.
All right. Well, I ain't gonna go off on you like we did Jaime Lannister, so I'm gonna just let you have this one.
It's a great discussion. No, it's cool. We have respectful discussion, and everybody.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's a dream he's having. I think he's just getting visions and stuff. I don't think he's getting. While he's in the weirwood network and stuff, like the time we seen Bran get visions, he was downloading stuff when he was getting pulled away from Mira. If you want to consider that a dream because he was warged at that particular time from Blood Raven, or Blood Raven had passed away at that particular time, and he was just downloading everything all at once. If you want to consider that a dream, then yes, we can consider that a dream without a doubt. But I don't think that Bran has to fall asleep in order to get a vision like Jojen had to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think Bran's more powerful than that. You know, I think Bran can just touch a weirwood tree and see what he has to see. He does it himself. So the fact that he is able to do that, Bran, do you think that he has already seen the future? He knows the outcome of this battle already, and that's why he's told them to go by the weirwood tree, because he knows that has to go down?
I'm going to say big no on that one. I think he sees a future. He sees a vision. I mean, in the House of the Undying, we saw a future, right? I think Bran is seeing a future, and, you know, he's the three-eyed raven. He's obviously a little bit cocky, so he thinks he knows. And Melisandre's cocky too when she sees her visions. Bran does see a future, and the fact that all these military commanders are trusting this little kid, I mean, he's powerful. That's what bothers me the most. I think Bran is definitely powerful. He's seeing a future. I don't know if it's the future. I think Night King is one step ahead, like you like to say a lot, Tony. If Night King's going to either be in the Godswood already, he's going to know that Bran knows, and that's that whole almost like Harry Potter Voldemort kind of thing. Like, Voldemort's more powerful, but you're going to have to beat the Night King a different way. So that's I would say he saw a future. I think we all three of us can agree to that. I hope.
No, I do. He definitely seen a future. There's no doubt about it. He definitely seen something to make him say, "Let me go by the God's wood." Like he says, he didn't say, "Let me go stand by this building. Let me go stand over here." He specifically said, "Let me go stand by the God's wood and try to attract him to get me by the God's wood." So there has to be a reason why he picked that specific spot. Out of all the spots he could have picked, this is the spot he picked down there. So, and their plan, I guess, is to trap the Night King there and burn him with dragon fire. Do you think that dragon fire will be successful when it burning him?
Yeah, I've never heard the theory. I think it could be possible. Yeah, I mean, I think they have him kind of walking through the fire in that one scene. I mean, it wasn't a dragon fire for sure, but that could be used as evidence against it. But I think it's a cool theory. Yeah, my whole thing since the beginning of the series is I don't think they can kill this motherfucker. I don't think anything can. I don't think it's just going to be hard for me to. I've heard several theories. It's been hard for me to buy on to how they're going to kill this guy. So, I mean, yeah, Dragonfire would be good. You're talking like 2 dragons on him at the same time, like just hammering him down.
Yeah, just torching him and stuff because right before it happened,
he knows they have dragons. I mean, he knows they have dragons. So, you think he would? I wouldn't say be that dumb. Do you think he'd be that susceptible?
Well, right before it happens, Arya says to him, "Can Dragonfire hurt him?" And he goes, "No one's ever tried that." So that must be what their plan is, to get him there and try to shoot him with Dragonfire. Mojin, do you think that Dragonfire can hurt the Night King?
I think Viserion's fire can hurt the Night King because it was made by the Night King. I think they need to get a hold of Viserion some way. Some shape or form, Dany has got to use her mental strength to get that dragon back under her spell, and that can hurt the Night King. Or Bran finally wargs into a dragon, which is Viserion, and that blue flame can hurt the Night King. I don't think the red flame can hurt the Night King.
That is a dope theory, bro. And I know a few wildlings that would probably love those ears, by the way.
We're gonna definitely talk about that right now. We got a super chat in the building.
Super chat!
From Big Derek Brock, and he says the visions are scattered, not all but most, which is why he can't guarantee an answer. I have to agree with you on that. His visions are scattered. He can't get, so he may see the future, but it's so scattered and so mixed up. He doesn't know exactly where it's coming from, whether it's the future, whether it's this or that. It's all messed up. I agree with you 100%. So let's go into that theory real quick. Where we see Bran warg a dragon.
Didn't the Blood Raven tell him, you one day you will fly? This is what he meant, man.
He did say that to him. He said, "You'll never walk again, but you will fly." And we have seen him flying birds prior to him saying that. So I don't think he was talking about birds. There's something else going on there. What do you think, John?
Mojini don't just come out with theories for no reason, folks. I make your brain hurt.
Yeah, you are making my brain hurt, bro. That's why I had to take a step back. It's a great theory. My only thing is always the how. I mean, how? I mean,
Danny's the way. Remember how Dany controlled Drogon in the pits of Marine mentally?
Targaryen shit, yeah, or not Targaryen.
She's gonna mentally control Viserion and take him back from the Night King. That's my opinion.
Well, here's the thing. I do think the Night King is maybe not a Targaryen or Valyrian. I think the Night King is definitely a Valyrian. This Stark shit is, in my opinion, is bullshit. I think the Night King is Valyrian. That's why he targeted a dragon. Okay, Daenerys is a Valyrian. That's why she had that ability. So for me, I think it's a great theory, warging into a dragon. But you got an undead like Valyrian on an undead dragon. That's like the elephant in the room. 2 episodes they didn't really talk about the goddamn ice dragon. Like, it's a cool theory, but how could Bran pull that off? Because if the Night King is Valyrian, which I think he is, that's a strong bond, and that's why I think he went for the dragons. He could have taken down that wall whenever he wanted.
We don't even know how the Night King really took control of Viserion after he woke him up and made him a ice dragon. They didn't even tell us,
because he's a Valyrian or a Targaryen. That's my opinion.
But then people are saying he's a Stark. Then he's not a Stark. Then he's a Targaryen.
He is. Yeah. He's not a Stark. But before
I don't believe the Stark stuff. But we could do that later.
One second, John. Cool. Chill. Don't go nowhere. We have another guest chilling with us in the building, and it is the Lord Commander herself, AK-47. Come back. Are you still at the Ice and Fire Con, or are you back from Ice and Fire Con?
Yo, what's good? Now I have officially left the con this morning, and I'm sitting at home now prepping for the tears, pretty much. That death and darkness is what I see coming.
That is what. Get real quick before we go into this episode. You were at Ice and Fire Con. In case people want to go to the next Ice and Fire Con, will you please just give a little background on Ice and Fire Con? Tell us about your experience. How was it a good time, and would you recommend people going?
Yes, absolutely. I would definitely recommend people going. It's not as huge as Con of Thrones, but it does still have a very strong.
It's got a charm to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you guys can see very well these direwolf earrings right here, and this direwolf necklace were gifts courtesy of the lovely LMR, Living My Rhapsody. I got to meet her, hang out with her a little bit this past weekend. I got to meet all of the Drinks and Nose Things crew, and they're just as hilarious as they are on panels all the time. I came home with pretty much all the drinks that I bid on. I've got a lot of specialty Game of Thrones drinks that I'll be showcasing throughout streams and whatnot. Got a few things to give away later. The atmosphere was great. Also, Tony, Old Nan says, "What's up?" Got to see her again, and just met a whole bunch of people. Met LML, and he was crazy as he always is, and I loved every minute of it. You know, got to meet Sanrixian, Lady Gwen and Yolkboy from Radio Westeros. Aziz and Ashay were there again. It's always great seeing everyone and chatting and chilling. They get bigger every year. So if you are going to go and you don't like huge crowds, then this would be the con for you. And I think you'll enjoy it very much.
That's what's up. We got a super chat in the building.
Super chat!
That's from Confessor Oki. It says, "Is there?" Oh, we got another one. We're gonna take this one too. It said, "Is there anything to Qyburn's pox theory?" I don't understand this pox. I don't remember that. Does anyone remember this?
That was just an off comment, like, "Oh, she's gonna get gonorrhea within the year." You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's their version of fucking STDs. You know what I mean? Like, it was just an off comment that, you know, like that any person with a scientific mind would say to somebody who's a prostitute, like thinking, you know, oh, she's going to die within the year because of something, you know, like it was an off comment.
Yeah, I don't know if it really means. Did anyone else, AK, John, do you know anything about this pox? Do you think that's going to play out, something with it?
If they're going to use biowarfare, which I wouldn't put past Qyburn, it's possible, but I don't think we'll see that.
John?
Yeah, hey, AK, how you doing? It's cool to be, first of all, cool to be on a stream with you.
Excellent.
Safe travels, everything was good?
Indeed it was.
That's cool. I don't have too many thoughts on this. I haven't thought about it. I know, you know, certain channels have a lot of theories about Qyburn. I guess he could have a role. But yeah, I agree with Mo. Maybe it's an offhanded comment or just like general kind of maesterly, you know, bullshit, know-it-all stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got nothing for you on this whole pox thing, homie. I'm sorry about that. We got another super chat in the building.
Super chat!
Sorry, my hands are tired.
It's all right. Ours is the Fury has set this up in the episode A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. What did Bran mean by he'll come for me? He's tried before with many three-eyed ravens.
Oh yeah, I have that question.
Yeah, this is another good one. I mean, this is one thing I think Bran definitely does know 100%. I mean, that's definitely something that Bloodraven probably definitely passed on, and something that was passed on to Bloodraven, that your role is to preserve humanity. That's why, it takes a special someone to kind of want to leave themselves in a tree. I mean, Bloodraven knows his importance. Bran knows his importance. And, the Night King clearly has been doing this for a while. He definitely looked really accomplished to do it to the last three-eyed raven, and he barely got through it, and now Bran is in line. I think he definitely knows that. That's a really cool question, a really cool point.
See, I don't think he killed the last Blood Raven. I think the last Blood Raven got downloaded into Bran's Matrix, and it was like a last ha-ha from the Blood Raven to the Night King. I think he killed him, his body, but not his soul. So that's one thing. The second thing, yeah, the three-eyed ravens, the blood ravens, whatever you want to call them, they're the knowledge of the world. I think Bran already went through this. The reason he comes for them is because if you kill the three-eyed ravens, you kill all the memories of that world. So that's the point of the Night King. He wants to destroy everything, and to do that, you have to kill the person that stores all the memory of that world. Because if you don't kill him and you kill everybody else, the lone blood raven can just restart humanity by telling whoever's left over after the apocalypse what to do and how to start shit up, like starting from the wheel or whatever.
All right, what do you think, AK?
Hold on, I'm gonna need you to repeat the question, but real quick, wanted to give a special shout out to Airtouch, one of my favorite artists in the fandom. Y'all go check his channel out and look up all his cool stuff on Facebook. He's excellent. Now, please repeat the question again, sir.
Yeah, when Bran said that the three-eyed raven is going to come for him, he's already tried to kill all the past three-eyed ravens. What did he mean by that?
I feel like he's just speaking of all of the personas that are within him. Like every iteration that there's been beef with the three-eyed raven and the Night King. So Bran's saying that it's not necessarily specific to him, but definitely specific to the title that he holds right now. So it'd be interesting to see. I've always wondered who was on the throne before Bloodraven. And those are the questions and answers that we're probably never going to have answered, unfortunately.
Yeah, if they were going to do it.
You got to ask yourself, what do the Blood Ravens do? They save all. It's like what the guys at the Citadel do. They record humanity's actions. They record everything. Blood Raven is just another form of that, but he's recording it all in his mind.
Yeah, so bringing up the Citadel, wouldn't he have to destroy the Citadel? Isn't books? That's what books do, right?
Absolutely.
So wouldn't he have to destroy the books? Wouldn't he have to destroy the Citadel to get rid of all the books if he was going to try to kill them, wipe out the memory of people more than anything else?
Which is another reason he's also, I think he could be going to Winterfell, because they have a very, very good library. Parts of it were ruined before, but I think the vast majority of it still stands. So he's got to take that out. And the Citadel, that's the Library of Alexandria right there. It's definitely going up in flames.
See, the thing is, right? The Blood Raven can see things that the Citadel can't. The Citadel, the only way they can write things down is if it's been officially seen by a maester or whatever. It's been documented, like Lyanna and Rhaegar's wedding. Somebody actually saw it. The reason the Night King wants to kill the three-eyed ravens is because they can see without needing any documentation, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do understand that, but because there may still be some humans that go to ground and hide and possibly survive this. If the Citadel is still standing, they're going to look to that as a very large beacon of hope. So he has to destroy that.
Yeah. He'll definitely need to destroy written documents too. Most
Right.
definitely.
That brings me to another point right here that I've heard people say that they don't think the Night King is even going to be in this battle, that he's just going to go straight down to King's Landing and take that out. What do you think about that theory, John? Do you think that that's happening? The Night King going to be at this Battle of Winterfell, or is he going right to King's Landing?
2 thumbs down on that theory for me. I'm sorry. And what I was trying to chime in before, my big question is, what does the Night King know? Does the Night King even know about King's Landing? Does he know what King's Landing is? Does he even know about Old Town? Maybe he does. I mean, we know potentially he knows about.
He's a green seer.
Maybe he might be. We don't really know. I mean, he could just be another one of these kind of old wizard folks, and he could be just another blood raven. I mean, my thing is he doesn't know about King's Landing. I mean, it's a recent capital, right? So all these people saying that he's going to travel to, it's like saying he's going to travel to Dorne. He doesn't know what the hell Dorne is. Maybe he does. I mean, but my thing, his memory is all wiped out. He's just, they're portraying him as this emotionless, almost memoryless, like evil being. If that's what D&D are going for, I don't think he's going to have that specific of a plan to go to King's Landing. I just think it seems kind of bunk to me. That's just my thought about it. And I've just really been thinking recently about, what does the Night King know about this geography? What does he know about this world? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I go with that for me.
All right. AK, what are you thinking about? Night King going to be in this battle, or is he flying to King's Landing instead?
Sorry, muted. I think it's possible that he could go there. You know, we did see a dragon over King's Landing in one of Brand's downloads. And, you know, I feel like Cersei's petty enough to, you know, go ahead and become the Night Queen, hook up with him, and then they catch everybody else that's fighting in the north in a pincer movement. It's a wrap. But it's unlikely, I would say, because if we're not going to have dragons fighting dragons, what the hell's the point of this battle being so special?
Mm-hmm.
And also, real quick,
Yep.
Sandra Crank in the chat had a good comment here. She says she thinks the whole Bran and Night King thing is going to be like Harry Potter and Voldemort, where the Night King, you know, it's like Bran and Bran has to die in order for the Night King to truly be destroyed, which I find interesting.
Damn, I can't believe we're talking about this, guys. It's been 7 fucking seasons. Isn't it crazy that we're just chilling talking about the Night King's death? Holy shit. I'm getting the chills, man. I'm getting the feels. We're almost an hour 10 away from this shit. I cannot believe we're talking about this shit. It's so cool to be talking about this with you guys, especially. I'm getting hype right now.
And if you want to know about the Night King death, I just put a video about called Night King death.
Hey.
Go check that video out. Mojini, what do you think that the Night King, is he going to be at this battle, or is he just going to fly around and go to King's Landing?
I put a video out too, like 2 years ago, that the Night King would win. And I can't remember if I meant that he was going to win in general, or he was just going to win for that season, which was season 6, I believe. He, like, the Night King, what's the main question again?
Is the Night King going to go fight this battle, or is he going to go around, just go to King's Landing?
No, he's definitely fighting this battle. It would make absolutely no sense for him to go south. I mean, to leave what? You're gonna leave your White Walker generals to handle the commander seat, and you go off doing something else? Jon Snow already whooped the White Walker's ass. Hell, even Sam Tarly whooped a White Walker's ass. You trying to leave them in charge while you go down south? Hell no.
I think he has to be here. I think, there's no reason. I understand why they would say that he would do it. It would be a smart move for him to do that. But as AK said, we need some dragon fight in the sky. We don't got no goddamn elephants. we ain't got nothing. I expect to see some dragon fight this episode. I need to see some dragons fighting in this episode. God damn it, they better be fighting in this episode, or I'll be pissed off. And as I said, if they kill Masandi, this episode, I don't care how good it is, it gets a 0 for me. All right, and that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the season. Masandi must live, people. If anyone
Oh
must
my God, we got 586 people in the chat. Can y'all smash that like button?
Please
One
do,
time.
please do. We are almost that's probably a record right now for the pregame show. We got a super chat in the building.
Super chat.
Is the young burn little girl Melisandre on the low? And that's my man Quentin Gilliam. Thank you so much for that question, brother. I really do appreciate it. Now, is that little girl? She touched my heart with a little burnt face. She really did. You know what I mean? But is that Melisandre on the low? What do you think about that, AK?
A lot of people have been saying that that's not a persona, though. That's not a skill that we've seen her have, except for taking off what was the actual glamour that we thought was really her and showing her true age. I don't think she can just shift to being someone else, a child or anywise, unless she's had some faceless man training that we don't know about.
All right, I'm going to say this real quick because I have a chance. I haven't been looking at y'all. I've been looking at the chat, but those earrings that LMR and necklace is beautiful that she made for you. She's got
right,
some
they
really,
tight, right?
She's got some real talent there for real.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
I dig it, and she was kind enough to make one for me, one for my significant other, T Baby and Monero. Got a gift package too, so it was great.
I expect something, not no earrings. I'm jealous. I'm jealous now. I'm so jealous. Oh my God. I am. All right. Well, what do you think, Mojini? We'll ask you real quick. Is that little girl with the burnt face, is that Melisandre on the low?
No, but I think that little girl has something to do with the next episode. She's either going to save somebody doing something heroic and die for it. She's going to do something. There's a reason she had a scar on her face, because they wanted us to remember her. If they just gave us her lines, I don't think we would have remembered her. She'd have just been another little poor girl in Winterfell. You know what I mean? But like the scar makes you think like, damn, what has that little girl gone through to have a scar like that on her face? You know what I mean? I don't know if they had acid back in them days. You know what I'm saying? But Melisandre is sneaky, and I told y'all once, and I'm going to say it again. She's hiding in Winterfell right now, as we speak, as the old woman. And we're going to catch a glimpse of her ass sooner or later, because where is she? We ain't seen her in a minute. She's got to pop out of somewhere.
No doubt. No, John, what are you thinking about that? Is that little girl Melisandre?
I don't know. I haven't heard that one, bro. I don't know where people come up with that. But I think it's just, my specialty is music. So what I heard there is you actually hear the Shireen theme music there that they used from a few seasons back, and the scar. So that was for me just an overall reminiscing moment for Davos. That maybe they're setting him up to die, like I said. It just fit the overall vibe of the episode to just kind of take a look back. I don't know if I would look that deep into it, but Mo, you're definitely onto something. And I know this is the first time we're streaming, but I was thinking that too, even though about a month back, that Melisandre, she didn't go to Volantis. She's up north somewhere. Absolutely. I support that. I think that's a great theory, bro. And I think it's going to be a big curveball. Maybe not this episode, maybe next episode. Someone's, it's a little cheesy how they do the, Stannis to the rescue, Knights of the Vale to the rescue. I think they do that formula. So perhaps Melisandre has just been, planning some shit herself. So that's a great theory, man. I subscribe to that.
She has to stay around the prince that is promised, whether that be Dany or whether that be Jon. It is her godly right to stay around the prince that is promised, whoever she thinks that may be, and probably thinks that it's Jon since she's the one who resurrected him. So she's around. She's chilling. She's around somewhere in Winterfell.
AK, if you can you please monitor the questions in the chat? It's really hard for me to do that. If you
Yeah.
can.
I
I
was
don't want
actually about to.
I'm not here to put you to work or nothing like that.
No,
but
no,
There's
you know, I'm
a
always
super
going-
chat.
yeah, let me go through the super chats. We got a super chat here. We got two of them. So we got a super chat in the building.
Super chat.
From Morning Maya, she says 5 beans for the living. We got another super chat here.
Super chat.
Big Derek Brock. We're gonna see him at the con, baby. Can't wait. Nobody saw that little girl carrying that big ass Gucci bag. It's fashion. It's fashion, Mel, homie. Listen, that little girl. I don't know. I'm getting old, and the older I get, I get touched by seeing little kids, and so they just bring smiles to my faces. I think that Mo is right. They put the scar on the face for a reason. I think John is right. They play the music doesn't lie in this series. There's a reason why they play music on certain things. It is to evoke Davos, who she taught how Shireen taught him how to read. Did she teach Gilly how to read too, or just Davos?
Gilly, she taught Gilly too.
Yeah, so I think that's what it's about. That she taught them both how to read, helped them both out, and they had the little girl both come in there to make them both feel. And the burn is because Shireen was burned. That's why they had the burn mark on her face, because she was burned to stay.
I didn't even make that connection. I didn't even make that connection that the girls had the scar and Shireen had the scar on her face, even though it's so obvious. And I didn't even make the connection that they played Stannis's music or Shireen's music. Like I didn't make that connection at all when I was watching it.
I think it's definitely that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if she gets resurrected as a white, I wouldn't be shocked, man. I would not be shocked if she gets killed in that. I think that people in that crypt is dying. I don't know if they all gonna die, but I think a good majority of them. I could see Gilly dying. I could see Gilly.
There's a secret passage. There's a secret passage to get out of there. Remember Bran and Rickon and Hodor and them got out of the crypts through that secret passage?
Mm-hmm. They did.
Winterfell has that.
Yeah, and they told Theon that there's a secret passage to get out of there. Maester Lewin. Is Maester Lewin? Maester Lewin said to Theon.
Yeah, Maester Lewin told them. Right, we got a super chat.
Before we get into that, because it's an old question. It was from Sam. It's like, with everything that's going on now, Tony, you especially, how do you feel about the Blue Mel statue? Do you think it'll hold with everything else that's going on?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's going to hold. There's no reason for them to have that. Melisandre will be killed and resurrected as the Night Queen. In the show, there's no doubt about it. It's going to go down. Remember, I said it, people. That could be the big death that we see this episode. You could see Mel resurrected as the Night Queen. She's definitely the Night Queen. There is no reason for George R. Martin to make a statue of Melisandre as a White Walker. He didn't make one of Arya. He didn't have one commission of any Brienne. He didn't have one commission of anyone but her. He just didn't do that by a fly-by-night. He did that, and there's a reason why he did that. Melisandre is the Night Queen without a shadow of a doubt. And we will see her get turned into one, because Melisandre can throw fireballs or combust people. In the books, we've seen her do that to the Eagle. And that's how Vlad Siskins got kicked out the Eagle, when she put it on fire up at the wall. And she set that on fire. So it's a good possibility that we could see Mel do that again with her blue flames after she gets resurrected as the Night Queen.
Hey, Tony, I don't know if you mind me chiming in for about a minute, because I do have a pretty deep theory. I haven't put it into writing yet. That Melisandre is definitely very connected to the North in a very deep way. For example, Lot 7, in my opinion, is really Hardhome, because if you really read into it, Hardhome has really where the slavery came from. They came from Hardhome, and I really think that she's essentially just a Northern Woods witch Similar to maybe the Ghost of Hyatt or something like that, just a normal woods witch. I really never bought a lot of the Esso stuff, so I think that's why she's powerful up north. I think she's very connected up there, and I think you're definitely right that she is going to adopt some kind of ice power or ice ability in the books and the shows. I think there's a lot of Easter eggs, and I've tried my best to connect them all, but I think she's definitely highly connected to the north somehow. Maybe she's going to defeat the Night King. That's what I think. I think she's the only being powerful enough in this planet right now to do it, or like you said, she's gonna become a white. But I think she's gonna defeat the Night King somehow. Maybe not this episode, maybe next episode, but that's kind of my wider theory. I think she's very connected to the north. From Lot 7 is Hardhome. I think she was born in the north. She's probably a wildling, and there's more evidence for that as well. But I just wanted to throw that in there since we're kind of talking about that. And there's a lot of people here, and I don't do this a lot, so there we go.
No, I like it. I think that's valid. It could go down like that, and then we shall see, homie. But I do like your points, and I think those are very valid points. We got to get to these super chats. We got 3 of them right here before they disappear. Mojini, super chat in the building.
Super chat.
From the beautiful Linda, and I can say that because I can see her picture. Qyburn told Bronn that Cersei has a plan for Dany. Do you think we'll see that since it was mentioned? Go around. Let's go around the horn right there.
Well, of course Cersei has a plan for anybody trying to take her crown. I mean, I don't think that's anything new, but I feel like Bronn's going to be a double agent. He sees that they've got dragons and Cersei doesn't. Cersei is in bed with one of her commanders. That's a recipe for disaster. And then they got to fake me out Jaime Lannister also kicking it with him. So, dragons or a fake me out Jaime Lannister? I'm going with the dragons if I was Bronn.
Let me answer these real quick because we got super chats that are coming up. They're disappearing on me. Weezer30 says, when it's all over, we'll miss Tony's drunken rants on the couch, calling the children of the forest little green bastards. I hate those nasty creatures. It'll never end. I'll always call them that. It's not going to be over, people. We'll be here for the prequels. We'll be here as long as Game of Thrones is on and after Game of Thrones is on. Our channel is a Game of Thrones channel, but we do have plans to expand. We're gonna do The Witcher. There's no doubt we're doing The Witcher, and we're gonna do The Watchmen too, without a doubt. So definitely going on that real quick. Can y'all please answer the question if you're there? Do you think?
AK, did you get the question?
It's about Bronn, right?
Yeah, it's Bronn. Are we going to see the? Let me pull it up again real quick. It says Qyburn told Bronn that Cersei has a plan for Dany. Do you think we'll see that since it was mentioned?
I think Bronn, Qyburn, there's a wagon full of gold for you to go on this mission. I think Bronn already has that gold, and he might roll up and actually see the army of the dead going to work, and he's gonna nope the fuck out of there and fuck off across the narrow sea to Essos. Bronn is in for Bronn. I don't think he's gonna do anything in excess of that.
He's not gonna do anything heroic.
Yeah, absolutely. He is definitely not about that life at all.
Yeah, I could see him fucking off to Essos, going across the narrow sea. But sooner or later, if you don't help him to stop the Night's King now, he's going to get there eventually, right?
No doubt about it.
Possibly.
John, what do you feel about that?
No.
That was pretty straightforward, man. Every other answer you've given me is you give me a answer. Now you give me a one word, brother. Give me something.
That's all I got for that one, man. No. Sorry.
I think that it's quite possible when we're dealing with Bronn, we're going to see a situation. I think Cersei is going to be the true villain when it's all said and done. Cersei's got a plan. Everyone think the Night King is here. The Night King is going to be the true villain. After they defeat the Night King, they're going to go roll over King's Landing. That is not happening. Cersei is the real villain. She's the one who's the real threat, and people are going to figure that out. We got a super chat in the building.
Super chat.
Do you think the Faceless Men are really done with Arya? What if Jack and Hagar is posing as someone close? Is Jack and Hagar that little girl?
Jack and Hagar might be that little girl.
That makes more sense to me than Melisandre being that little girl. Absolutely. And I feel like while we're on the topic of that little girl, I feel like she has those scars because she was a wildling. Any able body that can fight learns how to fight when you're living north of the wall. So she might have actually been in battle before this, which is why her first thought was to go fight on the front lines with everybody else.
Her accent, I don't know. Her accent kind of sounded like a southerner for some reason.
Uh-oh. We got.
I don't think they sound that different.
We got a super chat in the building that's asking for a request. Super chat right here by Trial by Trivia.
Super chat.
We'll answer this question, but it says less than an hour to go. Play me some Reigns of Castamere, John.
All right, do something for a minute. I got it. I will take the request. No problem.
There it is. That's my man right there. That's my man, 50 grand right there, man. Taking the request. Listen, are the Faceless Men done with Arya? I would hope not. All right, because to me, the Faceless Men is supposed to be a secret organization. This chick came back just flaunting what she was. I mean, Sansa knows what she is. Everyone knows. Sansa's like, you know who she is? She's a Faceless Man. You know what they do? I thought it was a secret. I thought no one knew about them. I thought this was like Skyrim, and they had the Secret Assassins Guild. I thought it was something like that. But Arya is just so boastful about it, letting everybody know her skill. I think that's just a little bit, to me, a little corny. And you can't just roll around with a bag of faces on your hip, just chilling like that. So I would hope that they are not done with her, and she does have a price to. Even though she's my favorite character left, she could kill them, if they come after her. But there should be a price to pay. She should not be able to sleep at night for the rest of her life. She shouldn't be able to sleep. They should be after her.
Yo, I got.
All right, that's all you get.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Yo, that
How
was
about that?
dope,
Doesn't that make you feel it? We got 50 minutes to go.
Dude, I got a wild ass theory, bro.
All right,
Go right ahead, brother.
What if somehow Arya can get a piece of Bran's face and she pretends to be the one in the Godswood waiting for the Night's King?
That is quite interesting, and I could see that playing out.
Ooh,
I can see that playing out.
Mojini, I think you could be on to something with that situation right there. I
that's
never
nice.
thought about that, but I think that would be good because we have seen the Faceless Men do people without their faces, right? We've seen Arya laying down there looking at her own face, right? So it's possible that somehow they could put, because the way I see it, like Arya shouldn't have a face. If you go by the book version of the Faceless Men, they take somebody's face and stick it on top of their own face. They have to cut their own face off to stick someone's face on top of their face, and then the blood goes through it and they turn to that people. So Arya's face should be already chopped off. She should not have a face if you want to deal with it straight from the book situation. So yeah, you could. I think that could be something going on there. That would be crazy. And I think that's a good thing there, Mojini. You come up with it all the time.
And they trick the Night's King, and Bran does some crazy shit to him, tricking his ass.
Hey, yo, to tack on to that, what if, during that, the ambush doesn't go as well as planned, and Arya gets made into a White Walker, but because of that magic Stark blood, she's able to retain her true self. What y'all think of that?
That's deep.
That is deep. I don't know if she would be able to maintain herself. if she did get turned into a white. I think that if they turn the main character like that into a white, that has to stick in order for people to be really affected by it. I don't think you can turn someone into that white and then pull the ice cream away like Eddie Murphy did and say "psych your mind." Right? You can't do it. You can't pull the ice cream cone away and say "psych." You got to give them a lick. And you got to give them a lick because it's gonna fall into the doo-doo if you don't give them a lick. That's all Delirious reference. If you've never seen Eddie Murphy Delirious, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But that's
you don't got no ice cream. You didn't get none.
But I think it has to go down.
Yo, Plexi Bertrand says something crazy in the chat. He says Arya was lit when she heard about the magical king's blood from Gendry's story before they slept together. Qyburn level lit. Is she going to sacrifice someone with king's blood to win this battle?
Like kill somebody that just has king's blood?
Could king's blood come into effect to beat the Night's King?
I don't know how it would. That would be the problem. Like, would Bran need to drink some king's blood to get his power level up enough to do something? That's the only way I could see it being possible. It would have to be something like that, like some vampire shit. You know, that Bran would have to drink this king's blood in order to get his power up enough to fight the Night. That's the only way I can see king's blood coming into play if it does anything. What do you feel about that, AK? Then John.
Yeah, I mean that is an interesting theory, but blood magic isn't something that we've seen the Faceless Men really partake in. I don't think that is a part of their strategy at all. So I don't see that happening.
John?
All right. You know what that look was? That I know you've experienced this probably, Tony, Mo. When a woman really wants a man, they give him the look. Arya is not thinking about king's blood. She's thinking about the king's cock. All right. You know that look. She's really into it. Men, you get those eyes maybe 10 times in your life, maybe if you're lucky. When they really want it, they'll give you that look. And that's what Arya was doing. The guy is always going to want it. But when the woman truly wants it, she's giving him that look. That's what that look was. I didn't think it had to do anything with king's blood. I just think she was thirsty.
Super chat.
She was definitely thirsty. It says the super chat says, does anyone think that the motive? It is from Tom Smith. It says, who else thinks the Night King motive seems superficial? I'm gonna say that yes, Arya was definitely after the Dizek. She definitely wanted the dick, and that's what she was going for. Though that look was just for the dick, because she asked Gendry if he's a coxman, and how much of a coxman is he? Does he know how to use his shit? Because when he said, she was like, "Were you with the Melisandre?" Genji was trying to be like, "Well, I wasn't with her," but she didn't care that she was with him. She just wanted to know if
did you say a cocksmith?
Yeah, a coxman. She wanted to know if Gendry knew what he was doing. If he knew because as T Babies has said many times, the men stroke game in this show has been weak. You know what I mean? That's out of T Baby's mouth, So she was just trying to see how good his game was, so she could say, "Listen, I have experienced someone who knows what they're doing. This is what it's all about." I think it was all about that. You know what I mean? So I think she was definitely looking at this dude, trying to see how good his game was. And yes, the Don has received that look many, not just 10 times, Johnny, maybe 10 times in a night. God damn it, when I'm going out there, baby.
That's because you shape up your beard so nice. I got to get on that, bro. I got to get that. Oh, AK, what do you have to say about all that?
I mean, they do what they do, man.
Let it do.
I'm still not for Arya and Gendry, but y'all have fun with that.
I love it.
I don't know if I was for it. I was just talking about the look. I don't know. I don't know if I was for it. I just want to talk about the look there. Yeah, I agree. It was a little disturbing, but I mean,
that scene was like a train wreck. Like you want to look away, but you just couldn't. I had to see that Arya side boob. I just had to.
I didn't want to see it.
And next subject, Next question. Moving on.
Yes, please, next subject. Isn't it crazy as a society, as a humanity, how we're cool with little Arya stabbing that little boy in King's Landing with a sword, but thinking about like an adultish Arya having sex messes with us? Isn't that crazy how George and all these people mess with us like that? Isn't that nuts?
She's 20 years old. God damn it.
On.
That's
How old? Somebody Google me how old Arya is.
20 years old is still a baby. That's a baby.
I know. It's just funny how we make such a big deal about it. It is a big deal, but remember when she killed that boy? It's so funny.
She's 22 years old.
When I was 20 years old, I thought I was slinging the dick. But if my 20-year-old self had to go up against me right now, then there would be no competition. That chick would go to the older Tony Teflon because I thought I was doing the job. I really did at 20. I swear to God I was doing the job, but not compared to the job I do now. God damn it. You know, you just learn when you're older, you just have more experience, just know what you're doing. We got a super chat in the building.
Super chat.
That's my man 50 grand who's been rolling me for a long time, Joe Swag. Speaking of blood magic, is burning Shireen or Gendry would win this battle tonight? Would you guys let Mel do it? You know, listen, it could be a situation like that Melisandre comes back and says, listen, we have to make a sacrifice to beat the Night King. It could be a situation like that. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know what I mean? So what do you think? Is Mel gonna come back and ask to do a sacrifice? I think if she's gonna do it, it'd be she got to burn that baby Sam. Anyone got to get burnt. It's that baby Sam. Baby Sam got to go. If anyone's getting burnt, it would have to be baby Sam. But what do y'all think about that?
You mean sacrificed?
Yes.
Oh, the sacrificial lamb would have to, in my opinion, be somebody with king's blood. But yeah, sure, it could be Gilly's baby.
Night King blood.
I mean, true. With your theory, yeah, it's possible.
I'm just saying, all the White Walkers are Craster's kids. He's Craster's kid, right? So.
Oh, you're right. All of Craster's kids got that blood in them.
Yeah, so Craster is the Targaryen if you really look into it. So that's very important. Craster is a Targaryen if you look into it. It's very distant. You really look into it. It's a very important point.
Well, yes.
A Targaryen becoming a wildling?
Yes, well, let me explain that to you because the Don made this theory up a long time ago. You could check it out. It's called, I forgot the name of the video, but I do have it in the link in the description of all my videos because it's one of my favorite and first theories I ever came up with. But yes, Blood Raven is the father of Craster because it was said that his father was a member of the Night's Watch, a ranger from the Night's Watch specifically, so it couldn't be Maester Aemon because he Aemon because he was a Maester. The only other person up there I could see was that. And when they brought his baby, when the wife brought his baby, his wife was from White Tree, and when she brought the baby up there, they chased her away. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. I believe in that theory too. Yeah. Blood Raven was Lord Commander before he was Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He was head ranger, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. And I think it was Blood Raven is Craster's father, which also put the Targaryen blood in all the White Walkers, which means the Night King is the grandfather of them all, Blood Raven. That is what it is, people.
That makes a lot more sense than the Stark theory, 100%. And I hope the chat agrees. The Stark theory has decent evidence, but this Targaryen or Valyrian has a lot of evidence, in my opinion. Good job, Tony.
Yeah, Carmine. That's the theory. That's the theory, man. Craster is Blood Raven's son.
Yeah, I made that theory up at least 5 years ago. So one of my Don the Kraken Wit helped me with that theory. When I had that idea, I called Don the Kraken Wit up with it, and he helped piece that together for me. And Don Willie is in that video with me. So it's one of my favorite videos that I ever made. And, I'm very proud of that. So, yeah, there's no doubt about that. I think that's the way it goes down and stuff like that. Who's Carmine? Carmine who? Carmine Red Team Review? What do you mean, Carmine?
The main man, Red Team Review.
Oh, he's in the building right now?
Yeah, shout out to Red Team Review.
Yeah, shout out to Carmine Red Team Review. Carmine's one of the first people. Carmine is the guy who actually hit me up, and when I first started, And the guy had over 100,000 subscribers, and I probably had like 1,000. He hit me up, and he's the one who told me that I should change my name for my channel from House Teflon to something else so that I could be more diverse and do something else. And that is the reason why I changed the name to Teflon TV. So shout out for Carmine for taking the time out of his day to do that. He did not have to do that, especially such a major channel that he was when I was just starting out. So shout out to Carmine for that, without a doubt. Thank you for joining us up in this chat, man. Listen, man, we are 7 minutes done. In 7 minutes, we're going to be done with this. And we are half an hour away from the episode of a lifetime. Let me go through everybody right here. Let me ask you, do you think that this episode lived up to the hype tonight? Or are we going to be disappointed? What do you think, John, then AK, then Mo?
All right, I think it's going to live up to the hype. Absolutely. Last episode blew me away. It was one of the best things I've seen and experienced in my entire life. I've felt emotions that I've never felt before. I think I'm going to get it again this episode. You know, I think it's not going to be like Helm's Deep, where it was more about, you know, a battle. I think this is a battle, but it also has many other elements. It has emotional connections. It has characters we love. It has, you know, theories. It has a lot going on. So I think it's going to be great, and we're almost there.
My bad. Go ahead, AK.
Right, and I'm sorry, I was in the chat. Repeat the question one more time, please.
Do you think that this episode will live up to the hype, or will we be disappointed?
I think it will. I think it will live up to the hype. There's just so much that's going to be going on. It's going to be epic. This is going to be, you know, all the death and destruction that we've been looking for since the first episode, and I think we're all going to thoroughly enjoy it and probably cry at the same time.
No doubt. Black Wildling's in the building. What up, girl?
Black Wildling!
What's going on, Mo? What do you think? Is living up to the hype or what?
This is absolutely living up to the hype. I'm actually gonna go out there and say that this episode will beat my favorite episode, which was Battle of Blackwater. This episode is gonna be the Don Diddley-umptious. It's gonna be the Don Diddley doo-doo. It's gonna be everything and more. It's gonna pass every major episode that's ever been. Battle of the Bastards, all that. This episode is going to be it. We're going to be peeing in our pants, watching every second of it. I can't wait.
Yo, my legs are shaking right now just thinking about it. You know what I mean? My legs are shaking, my body's shaking. It's got to. I believe in this director so much. I really do. And I really think that if they want to do it right, I think we have to get the point of view from the Night King himself. You know, they always, when he does his episodes, his battle episodes, you always see a point of view from someone. We've seen Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards. That's the way he likes to do it. It has to be, I need to see the point of view from the White Walker just coming through and chopping everyone down. I want to see it from his perspective, coming and fighting everyone. I just don't want to see it from the hero's perspective. I want to see it from the Night King's perspective, coming around. And I want to see the Night King actually in action with his sword. I want to see this man actually fight.
He's gonna be on the dragon roasting people like the Fields of Fire, man.
I don't know if he can do that, because if he does that, he can't resurrect them, right? So it's a dicey situation for him with that dragon, because if he kills them with the dragon, he can't resurrect them for his army. So it's will he to do that just to get rid of them or not? So I want to see the battle in the sky, but I really need to see this cat with his sword in hand on the floor fighting. I need to see his skill set. You know what I mean?
The old way. The old way.
I need to see his skill set. I need to see this guy getting it on and stuff and knocking people off and stuff. Let me ask you that question.
I need to see drone shots. I need to see drone shots flying over the battle. I need to see multiple angles. I need to see cinematography. I need to see all sorts of artsy shit in this episode.
Oh my God, Faye S got time. Anytime I see it, Faye is my kid's mom's name. Every time I see it, just get shakes. It's just I see that name. You ever have a name of someone that you dated, and because that person has that name, you never date no one of that name again. That's what it is with me and Faye.
Damn, never again.
I would never know. I would never know. No, I never dated a woman named Faye in my life.
Not even,
That's Bridget
if she
for me,
looked
bro.
like, not even if she looked like Cindy Crawford in her prime.
Cindy Crawford looks good right now. God damn it, I
I
take
was
her
about
right
to say
now.
she can still get it.
I take her
Absolutely.
right.
Woo!
I take her right now. But no, I don't care who it is. I'll never date a woman named Faye in my life. I had enough. She ruined Faye for me. I would never. We having 2 kids together. I'm happy to have I wouldn't pick another kid's mother to have kids with. She's a very good mother, but I wouldn't. As for dating another woman named Faye, no, that's it for me.
Hey, what was the point of showing Ghost last episode for 5 milliseconds?
That was whack.
So they could say that they listen to the fans.
Oh, let me ask this question. Speaking about Ghost, before we get out of here, are we gonna see a wolf pack tonight?
Are we gonna see Nymeria's wolf pack tonight?
Are we going to see that tonight? Go around the horn with that. AK, then John, and then Moji.
I don't think we're gonna see it. I think that it will happen, but I don't think it'll be in this episode.
Alrighty.
White Ghost. WIGHT. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why they showed him. And I work on, do TV shows and stuff like that. The fact that they only showed half of Ghost's body was so cheap. It was a very cheap shot, cheap CGI. So I can tell you from that perspective, it was cheap. So they had to put him there for a reason. They don't care about the fans. They put him there because I think he's going to be a white in this episode. And that's going to be that moment for John. That's, kind of that stare down. It's because Ghost is going to be a white. Hell yeah. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I believe they put him there to remind the audience that Ghost is around so that when he turns into a white, people know, oh yeah, Ghost is still here. Because that was a complete fuck you to the fandom for showing us half of his photoshopped body in that episode. It was just pure, made me want to throw up from the flow up the way they did freaking Ghost last week. It was just so, like, they didn't care. It was just, they just photoshopped half his body in there. It's just ridiculous.
Baseball team ever assembled.
Ridiculous.
Greatest baseball team ever assembled. 1998 champions. What up to you? Thank you for dropping by the couch. We have 30 minutes to go. Mo Genie, do you have the chat up?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to thank my guests for joining us in this piece. But before we go, we always are going to do Teflon TV tradition. But I want to say AK47, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me, always in almost everyone's chat rooms as they stream and put out videos and whatnots. In the near future, in about 15-20 minutes, I will be going live on my channel. If you like to talk about the episode as it's happening, come on over to my place and we'll sit and discuss as we all watch together. Tuesday, I believe, we'll be discussing the episode with the Mad Queens and a special guest. You'll see who that is when the time comes around. And besides that, I'm just gonna be chilling in the chat with y'all. And I appreciate being here. Thank you, Tony, for having me on again.
No doubt, no doubt. Look forward to seeing that special guest. Better be a dapper man. John!
All right. Thank you so much for having me, Tony. Teflon TV, everybody in the chat. Mo Genie, nice to meet you. I hope you're finally sitting down, unless you're moving around
too,
still.
Man.
AK, really nice to be here with everybody. Like AK, I'm in the chats a lot, and I'm kind of I'm on YouTube a little bit, but I do music. So if you see me on YouTube, you're not going to see a lot of Game of Thrones stuff yet. But if you want to check out some of my music, you could check out my YouTube. But I do have some plans like Tony after the season's over. Stuff is not done after the season's over. This series is over. I'm going to be putting out music analysis videos for every house and every little musical theory and musical Easter egg to kind of connect the whole series. So stay tuned for that on my channel. We're going to add some more Game of Thrones stuff. But besides that, I'm chatting and I'm streaming and stuff. And it was great to be here and hope everybody is not going to stay up too late tonight. You still got to work tomorrow, guys. All right. Don't be too emotionally drained that you got to call out. All right. Thank you again, guys, and have a good episode.
No doubt. Thank you both for coming. Let me thank, of course, Geek. Let me thank Tarzan for also showing up. Next week it's going to be my man Falon Speaks. Will be back on after the biggest episode of them all. You know, he has a lot of great things to say. Coming with me from the Black People Talk about Game of Thrones podcast. I'm gonna have him on then. That's why I held him back this week, because I know he's gonna have a lot to say after this.
Teflon, can I say one thing before we bounce?
Yeah, we gotta do something. You know, the hood repping.
Yeah, but on Monday, while I'm eating my breakfast, I was waiting for this episode. I will discuss this episode on my channel at 11 a.m. on Monday. Come eat breakfast with Mo Genie. We're going to discuss this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
So 11 o'clock a.m. Mo Genie's channel. Please put the link in the chat if you can to my mods. So you want to eat some cereal and chat about this episode tomorrow? Check out Mo Genie, 11 a.m. Eastern time, that is, on Mo Genie's channel. And as always, Teflon TV tradition, we are going to rep your hood. Please put in the chat where you are from so you can rep your hood and let the people know that the Don Tony Teflon is worldwide. And thank you all for helping me reach the 40,000 subscriber mark. I appreciate it. Mo Genie, give it to me, baby.
Read the names out?
Yes, sir.
All right. First, I got to wait for people to put the state. Okay, we got Renee from Baltimore, Miss Sasha, Philadelphia, Sarayon, South Jersey, Sandra from Glasgow, Scotland, Heather Pryor from Maine, Sound Tavia Major, Rochester, Quentin, East Baltimore, Sam, shout out to Sam, Toronto, Liz Cyron, San Jose, Shayna, Louisiana, Dalia Thomas, France, Mr. E, Toledo, Ohio, Jared Daniel, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Jenny of Coldstone, Pensacola, Florida, Wazer, Houston, quarterback in 32, Kansas City, Chrissy of Old Stones, NYC, Living My Rhapsody. She says, love you all. The Intuitive Empath, North Jersey, Nida, Lowell, Massachusetts, Mindy Millet, Boston, Anthony Vasquez, San Antonio, Christina Taylor, Goose Creek, South Kakalaki, Kelly Grant from Alabama, David Bass from Cape Cod, Kissed by Fireworms from Maine. Ooh, that sounds creepy. Linda R. from Los Angeles, Blazing Phoenix from Powder Springs, Georgia, Skull Vikings from Fort Worth, Texas, Dijon Caldwell from Cleveland, Nola Boy from New Orleans, Everett Chamberlain from Portland, Toy as Hell from Iceland. Wow, Iceland.
Worldwide.
The Granite. What?
Well, worldwide, baby. Let me take over for you. Let me take over a little bit here for you. We got Emmanuel from Ghana, Kelly Gant from Alabama. We got Airtac from representing Turkey up in the building. Right when I said it, it all went crazy. Jasmine B from North Carolina, Imaginary Rail repping Brooklyn, Callie from Techless, AK shout out from Charlotte. R. Duckworth is representing Mississippi. We got Lady Starford from Bayonne, New Jersey. Della Thomas from France. Juwan from Wisconsin. I can't pronounce it. Iverlani from BK. R is the theories from Brampton. We got Diego from Canada. Edmund Calendar. Linda is from Connecticut. Pilar is from Berlin, Maryland. We got Val 287 from Detroit. We got King of the North from Chicago. Cosmic Confusion, North Carolina. Mary Lopez from the Philippines. Courtney Z from Boston. Teresa Gons from Michigan. We got here we go. Ruben is from Minnetonka. I don't know what that. I can't even pronounce it. It is what it is. We got. I think I said these already. Tiago is from the home of the big booty women, Brazil. Carl is from Quebec, and we got Mozarti from Toronto. Tanya from Virginia. King of the North, Chicago. It's too many. And we got another person representing home of the big booty women, Brazil, up in this piece. 1998 champions representing New York. That's from Bernard. It's from Brazil. We get Alex from representing my town, Queens, New York. We got Common Sense representing Knoxville, Tennessee. And another person from Brazil chilling up in the building. We got a lot. And KP, Trinidad and Tobago, always up in the building. Lady Laura Dane is from Jersey, bitches. And that's how she gets down. Thank you all for joining us. We got Sky Squeak from the Bahamas. We got Anna Fox from Greece. We got Shirtless Wog from Australia. We got someone up here from Serbia. We got Judy from Bermuda. Everyone from worldwide. I told you Teflon TV, we worldwide. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for chilling with us. Let's hope this episode lives up to the hype. I think it will. And as always, you know how we do. Peace and stay sexy.